Shotgun with Charlie.
Riding shotgun refers to the practice of sitting next to the driver in a moving vehicle. The term riding shotgun came around after the time of the stagecoach, when somebody used to sit next to the driver holding a shotgun, in case they ran into bandits. My name is Charlie Cook, and I drive a lot. I like to talk to people while I'm driving, so I interview people in my car while I'm driving. Welcome to Riding Shotgun with Charlie.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this episode of Riding Shotgun, we are back in Dallas, Texas, and we are with Erin Palette. Did I say that right?
Palette. I'm your little pal.
I put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Yes, you did.
I'm sorry. So we're here with Erin. Erin is a firearm instructor?
Yes. Well, we're all instructors in one way or another, aren't we?
This is true. And we are going to talk about Erin and what she does. So let's hit the road, girl. Come on, girl. All right, so we are driving around Dallas. We're going to hit the road. We're going to drive. We're going to come back. Sound like a game plan?
I like the coming back part.
Totally.
No, Charlie's going to take me away and do nefarious things to me.
No. This is a family show. All right, so Erin, we Riding Shotgun with Charlie. We like talking gun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get into gun stuff? How long have you been into it?
Fairly recently. I really only got into guns around 2010.
Oh, okay. That's pretty new.
And that was an outgrowth of my interest in emergency preparedness, because I got into prepping, 2008, 2009. It was my way of dealing with a loss, and I thought it was just good common sense because I live in Florida, a state that is frequently beset by hurricanes and forest fires and tornadoes sometimes. And I just thought having a game plan for an emergency would be a prudent thing to do. And so the more I got into prepping, the more I started seeing references to firearms ownership. And it started out as, well, in case of the archetypical emergency of society collapses and you go live in a woods.
Right.
And so, you got to have a bolt-action 22 to take down a small game for foraging.
Right.
And from there, it was, you need to be prepared for other things, too, like if someone attacks you. Mm-hmm. If you carry a first aid kit, why not carry a gun? You're going to be the first responder. And so that is how, just within about the space of a year or so, I became a gun owner and a shooter. I mean, it's not like I did a 180. I have always been very gun positive. Okay. My father was a career Army officer, so I grew up with guns in the house.
Cool.
And I was briefly in ROTC, and so I did have M16 familiarization, so I knew about guns.
Wow.
It was just one of those, they were nice to have, but they were expensive, and I wanted to use the money for other things.
Sure.
But after prepping, I thought, no, this is something I really should have.
It's, I've been shooting for about 15 or 16 years, I think it's been, and I actually became an instructor to support my shooting habit because it's expensive. It's you're buying ammo, you want to buy a new gun, you got to get some training, you got to join a club, you got to have a membership somewhere. So it just gets expensive. Mm-hmm. So how into prepping? Like, are you doing the whole the food, the non-perishable stuff? Is it all of that?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
Very cool.
I mean, I don't want to get into the details of it because that's giving up personal security.
Sure.
But yes, we have a month's worth of just regular canned food. The stuff that we normally eat. Mm-hmm. Because Oh, you got me started. What a lot of people do is they invest in the survival food because it's survival situations. We're going to have the survival food,
right.
And they never try it. And some of that survival food is awful.
Sure.
You know, if you buy MREs by the crate and you haven't eaten MREs, you are going to be in for a rude surprise. So honestly, the best thing you can do is just stock up on the stuff you normally have. Have your pantry be about a month deep. And just rotate it. You buy stuff.
Rotate your stock.
Yeah, when you go grocery shopping, you put the new stuff in the back, and the older stuff pushes forward.
How long does it take somebody? Because I know, I thought about doing this for a while, and getting extra peanut butter crackers or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
How long does it take to come up with a month's worth of supplies?
It's not that hard.
Yeah.
See, I actually edit a blog called Blue Collar Prepping, which is all about preparedness on the cheap, because I got so sick of the doomsday preppers whose idea of preparedness was, well, first you need to have a small business so you can sink thousands of dollars into your prep.
Right.
And, you have a bunker and all that other BS. No, it won't take you long. I don't remember the exact numbers. We've written blog posts on it. But the simplest thing to do is the next time you go grocery shopping, buy one of those big bags of rice. Get one of the mixed beans. Get those things. Get the dry goods that last for a long time. Get them as big as possible. Keep them in a cool, dry place. You can get them pretty cheap, especially if you go to the ethnic part of the supermarket.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And so if you just stock up on the basics, like beans and rice and lentils and peanut butter and honey. Honey does not go bad. They have actually found jars of honey in Egyptian tombs that are still good. I don't know the science behind it, but it does not go bad. And believe me, you're going to be dying for something sweet.
Sure.
So yeah, there are all sorts of things that you can get that will give you cheap calories. I mean, just the cans of tuna in oil. You want it in oil, not in water. You need those extra calories for survival thing. Yeah, you can get it done really cheaply, really quickly.
Wow, that's cool. That's good. Because like a lot of times, just like you said, when people talk about prepping, they're like, you need a bunker in the basement. You got to have extra this and this, and a lot of people don't think about. They either think of one thing. They either think they need a bunch of guns and ammo and knives, or they need a bunch of food. And if you don't have, if you don't have a way to protect all your food, you're buying a bunch of food for somebody who does have a gun, who can whatever.
Yeah, there's a guy in our podcast who makes the joke, and he says, well, if you've got 55 gallons of water, and your neighbor has an AK-47, your neighbor has an AK-47 and 55 gallons of water, so. But on the other hand, you don't want to go down the other route where all you have are guns and ammo, because then you're a looter, a thief, a marauder.
Right.
That's not cool.
What's the I know you're really active on all the social media. You said you got a blog. I know you're on a podcast with a group of other podcasters. And it's the
Gun Blog Variety Cast.
The Gun Blog Variety Cast.
And it drops every Sunday night.
Nice.
And we are on Facebook. You can find us on iTunes and Stitcher Radio, and I think just about every subscription service out there. Or you can go to gunblogvarietycast.com, which is our webpage. I'm pretty much contractually obligated to say this. My co-host Sean will give me a scolding if I don't.
Sean is not here, by the way.
No, he's not.
I noticed he did not make it to the GRPC this year. Last year he had to wear some sort of purple shirt around the whole time.
Well,